calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go. Hey, go here. Ready.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Ball's ready.
He'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at the 31-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Looking to throw. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost.
Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Falcons are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
2nd and 9 now. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Curtis. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. And that's now a 2-touchdown game as the Eagles have scored again. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons.
Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man complete. It's Curtis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Black Ultra.
They'll look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Troy Anderson charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, track mega. Field black.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And he comes back with 1 complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Check back. You yellow.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Come on, set. Ready?
The drive will start with an option going left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Set. Right two.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Third down, here's Patterson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a 12-point game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Drill green. Ready?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Nick Chubb, 27 yards. And the Buccaneers are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And this is back to a 5-point game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get into the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost. So.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. but you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Kyle Pitts
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
This time, the extra point up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by 2 scores. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Curtis. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Black Ultra.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Down. Field flat. 2nd
and 4. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Second and 13.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Trying to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important, too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because at least you're there, knocking the ball away, offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield, and you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A right side run with Patterson. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
The play action fake, they'll look to throw.
Crossing route incomplete. He's got Pitts. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he's got room. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
Come on, set.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position he wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And the Falcons grab it. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, both sides are screaming.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson with career touchdown number 60. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. He'll look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Connor.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Touchdown! 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as
Set, ready. Set.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
Oh, he bowls over it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
Running to counter, Patterson. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
They go play action here on first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
73 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts
halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
Check right.
Give to Patterson, running to the right.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
They'll go again with Patterson.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up 1st and goal.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But
he rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week, and now he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Ready. Watch out now.
Now here's the option play going left. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
And that's another big-time run. And it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Patterson running between the tackles. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option.
And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the 1st down against our defense by that decision.
Charles, a lot of happy faces